The Black Ice Chronicles Massive. This is Crazy D. As you see, it's a little bit cooler in Las Vegas in the morning while I take my morning run. You know, it never stops because you have to have determination and dedication to get it done. Let me say, I haven't been posting Crazy D Speaks on for a couple of weeks because I've been working on different edits, like the backstories to the Black Ice Chronicles, which are airing now on LordlandOnline.com. The 4th episode airs tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. Also, I have the interview with Mo P, the producer. He's produced everyone from Dwayne Wiggins to Al B. Shore, Bobby Brown, etc., etc. And the first 2 parts of that are up now on LordlandOnline.com, so go there and check that out. So now, what do I want to speak on today? I want to speak on film today, specifically black film. Film that shows that you're self-determined and that you get it done. And that brings me to the point about the birth of a nation. If you have not seen The Birth of a Nation, Nate Parker's piece where he wrote it, produced it, directed it, went out and got the funding for it, independent film, doing very well at the box office, but go see it again and again and again. And if you haven't seen it, get your friends together to go see it. What it shows is what I like about real black film. You don't have a white benefactor that's going to save the day, save the black character from himself or from the impending doom. He actually is self-determined as a character and gets what he needs to get done. So you have to go see that film. That's what many black films lack. You always have to have a white benefactor that helps you out, and sooner or later somehow that benefactor turns into a love interest, a de facto love interest. Enough of that. To be self-determined in film is very important, because the lie that they have told us about ourselves is that we were just sitting around just complacent about being in bondage. And that shit's just not true. The Black Ice Chronicles, when you watch it, you see that it's a self-determinated piece. I'm not looking for sponsors. I'm not looking for benefactors. I'm not looking for none of that shit. Just move out my way, I'll get it done myself. Or in the case like Nate Parker, what he went out, when he got the funding, he went and took the script and he put it in front of people. And some people said, well, where's the white benefactor? He said, there's not going to be a white benefactor. He said, well, why don't you change the script and add a white benefactor, a white love interest? And he said, no, it won't be that, because that's not the story that I'm telling. I'm telling a self-determined story. So all the people that he got funding from understood up front what the film was going to be about. It was going to be non-flinching, non-compromising on the message and the voice and the direction that it was going in. And that's what you see when you watch the Black Ice Chronicles. All the characters are self-determined. Why it's important to have films that are black, that show black self-determination. People have come to this country and benefited again from off of us being property, being able to buy property, and then from property getting free land from off of how much property, which was the slave body. I graduated from Catholic school, and I started an organization at the school called FYU, First Youth Universal. And we had I drew up a survey. I was going to a school that was predominantly Polish, right? Most of the people, though, said that they were white. They didn't know what nationality they were. They just said they were white. And why is this an important thing to know? Like I spoke before about property, being able to come over with a little change, buy property, and then from there you're able to get land free, because then you were able to use your property to farm the land, to bring out a product that helped advance America, you see. So free labor advanced America. Each group of people, when they came, were considered foreign. This is very important. They were considered foreign, but each time the House passed legislation that turned Jewish people from Jewish nationality to white, Hungarian to white, Polish to white, Irish to white, Italian to white. So if you're white in the society, then you get all of the laws and all of the protection that those laws afford you. So it's one big game. In film, the original Birth of a Nation was about the expansion and setting the blueprint on how white supremacy, racism would work in America. In this movie, Nate Parker's The Birth of a Nation breaks all that shit up. So in film, it's best that you start to show self-determination of black people in film, because when you see how the game is actually structured, you see that the game is against you, because the reason why they classify all of these people as white, they even classify Egyptians as white. When I went to Cleveland State University, there was an Egyptian. She was black, definitely black, which Egyptians, actual Egyptians are. She was black, but she told us that she was classified as white when she came over here. So, but she hung with us because, you know, all black people love to hang, because the white people who are classified as white treat dark-skinned people who manifest in this world as black people, they treat them racistly, which means that they practice white supremacy, racism, the white code. So in film, you have to be self-determined. And that's what the Black Ice Chronicles is about. Move out my way. I'll do it myself. I don't need a white benefactor. I don't need to play those games. And thus, so when people come and sit to test read, they don't have to worry about the fucking casting couch. They don't have to worry about the games being played. All they had to do is come and worry about learning their lines and delivering, because that's one thing that I hate the most, are people who do not show up to deliver. I hate that the most. I hate bullshitters. I hate people who give you their word and then their word just falls through. Because that's one important thing about being self-determined as a black person. Your word has to mean everything. You have to follow through on your word. So that's it. Put it all together. Bring it all together. Make sure you go see and stay self-determined, and stop taking roles where white people win just to say that you're acting. That's a no-no. We have to change this around. It's not about that. Because if the white character wins, it does all kinds of abuse to black characters in the film, then that's nothing but white supremacy. That's what that shit is. So that's it. Put it all together, figure it out, and then apply these things to your life, and you will succeed. The Black Ice Chronicles.